here's another weird point that Candace has drawn out about ERIKA KIRK's family. Always a question mark for me. I'm like, where's her family in the midst of all this, you know?
But of course, looking in retrospect, it is stunning to me that ERIKA chose not to bring a single member of her actual family with her to Utah. Something that I just sort of missed at the time. Just Turning Point family. Think about that. Charlie Kirk's mother, father, sister, they all raced to Utah to be with him at the hospital, which is to be expected. But ERIKA, no one in her immediate family joined her in her darkest hour. Not her mom. Okay. We were told that she was sick. Dad also lives in Scottsdale. Sister. Yes, she does have one. Cousins, friends from high school. After all, she grew up in Arizona, right? That's where she went to school. That's where she went to high school. Instead, she was joined by Stacey Sheridan, who was playing the part of her mother. Stacey, who is the head of fundraising for Turning Point USA. Don't forget, it was Stacey Sheridan who concerned herself with Turning Point raising money, who filmed Charlie in the casket. It is Stacey Sheridan, who traveled with ERIKA. She's the one who was holding ERIKA, holding her hand as Charlie's casket was coming off of Air Force Two. That was Stacey Sheridan standing next to her recording. You just would think that's somebody that you would call somebody close to you that does not exist in a corporate structure to be by your side. That is my now totally rational perspective looking backward. But it was Stacey Sheridan, who I've told you since day one. I personally warned Charlie about her. That is my personal opinion, that there is no rung into hell that Stacey Sheridan will not descend upon for $1. It's my experience with her. But this person was somehow crucial to coming and being beside ERIKA at all moments. Car rides, everything. If you go back and look, it is Stacey. You would think Stacey Sheridan was ERIKA's mother. You can even check out this clip, which is that her in a car. Stacey, she's everywhere. On the phone, Stacey is there capturing every moment. Me, I needed my sister to fly in to be by my side. My husband, my cousin. ERIKA needed the head of gifts and donations.
How many times do we have to have, oh, that's odd. That's a little odd. We have to have those reactions until it's not just a little odd. And maybe these people are actually all just demons who are lying. And one last point here that I also cannot wrap my head around from Candace.
Okay, something that I want to mention to you that I had been quietly working on to confirm the date for. I'm just going to throw this in here on that same topic. I had mentioned to you guys a while ago that on June 19th, ERIKA purged her Instagram of a lot of pictures, 126 posts she deleted. And I had wondered what drove that. Why would you delete 126 posts off of your Instagram page? And when I did my master timeline, I realized that this was a time when things were really heating up with Israel and Iran. I had mentioned that to you in the past. And I had wondered to myself, if she had moved to do that after Charlie beat Bibi Netanyahu in a debate and all of his Zionist thugs at the White House, and he had convinced Trump that he should have just a limited military, limited military operation in Iran, which ended up being Operation Midnight Hammer. Well, I can now confirm that the date that Charlie went into the White House and went up like toe-to-toe with Bibi Netanyahu and his thugs who wanted more action in Iran, and he won, was on June 18th. So to make that very clear, on June 18th, Charlie goes head-to-head with the Zionists and Bibi Netanyahu, who are trying to convince Trump.
I wonder if ERIKA KIRK, of those 126 photos she deleted from her Instagram the day that Charlie went head-to-head with Trump and the Netanyahu stooges, I wonder if it was her wedding photos, because she's decided to remove them from her which was Charlie Kirk's podcast studio. She removed the wedding photo of them. So I wonder if it was wedding photos, like she knew at that moment that, heaven forbid, my husband goes against war in Iran on behalf of Bibi Netanyahu. Cannot allow that. We have to divorce
Trump. That there needs to be more action in Iran. That America should get behind. Obviously, Charlie's in there saying like the base is going to hate this. Don't do that. That's a very bad idea. And Charlie wins. Tucker spoke about that. You can go find the clips of Tucker speaking about the fact that Charlie spoke up for America. Really spoke up for Americans and said, don't do this. You know, you promised no wars. Keep this as a limited operation.
Just compare this with the actual funeral for Charlie Kirk. It's like the day that Charlie Kirk goes to the White House. For any man, let alone even someone who's in politics, I mean, going to the White House to meet with the president and tell him no, I mean, that's like a really big day in anyone's life, to go to the White House, let alone to meet with the president in a foreign policy meeting around bombing Iran, right? That is a massive day in someone's life. And ERIKA KIRK decided to spend that day by like doom scrolling years old posts on her social media account and crying and deleting these photos probably, or maybe hiding evidence. I don't know, because maybe at that point she knew she had to get rid of some photos. Deleting over 120 posts. Oh, I wonder what those were. I wonder, because we have a lot of really interesting old videos and posts with ERIKA KIRK in them, things she couldn't scrub from the internet, which were posted by third-party platforms, companies, agencies. But yeah, she deleted 124 posts the day that her husband went to go and meet Trump. Why? So compare that with the funeral. So the day Charlie Kirk has this massive day where he goes meets Trump about foreign policy, bombing Iran. What does ERIKA do? She like depressingly deletes 120 posts, but on his funeral, fireworks and party and EDM music, and I can't believe we raised $200,000 on the t-shirts, you guys. The t-shirts, you know, the hats, the bracelets. It's the most insane thing ever. It's the most insane thing ever. Like, if you were just an NPC normie who wasn't following all the news and stuff, and you know, the real news, not the news, right? If you're an NPC, this is the most crazy thing ever. If you're actually with it, it's the same thing with the Brigitte Macron. It's like NPC normies, they're like, oh my God, I can't even believe it. Candace, Brigitte Macron, this is crazy. It's like, really, that's good on Candace for exposing it, but like, is that crazy? No.
That's June 18th. The very next day on June 19th, ERIKA purges her Instagram. She deletes 126 posts. I had wondered if that was the way it went, that Charlie pissed off Bibi and then ERIKA purged her Instagram. I don't know what to make of that, but I wanted to give you guys that data point, which is from our master timeline. Okay, switching gears here.
So very interesting. ERIKA in full-blown grieving widow mode when Charlie Kirk, the day Charlie Kirk went toe-to-toe with Trump and the Zionist stooges trying to bomb Iran, but the day he was commemorated in a funeral service, if you can call it one, it was like biggest party of the year for ERIKA KIRK. So make of that what you will. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.